Yeah. Sorry, I was like, what is he trying to do?
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I am Danielle Casey, your new AED president. I am so new. In fact, this is probably the first time that many of you are seeing me or getting to meet me, so to speak. I will tell you that all the wonderful images in that splash video right there, I cannot wait to get out and see and do. While I'd really prefer to be meeting everybody in person today at a big, large gathering, this is the next best thing. Welcome to the second annual 505 Awards celebration presented by Albuquerque Economic Development, Inc. and the Albuquerque Forward Fund. During today's program, I want to encourage everybody, and I'll tell you, it's already started as I look at the comments with our virtual audience to help expand the impact of the awards. Please follow us using the hashtag 505 Awards that you see up in the corner there. Use that on social media, and also please tag and follow our social media handles as well, whichever you prefer. Yes, this year's program is virtual. The cause for celebration is very, very real. While we're here to celebrate excellence in leadership, there is a bit of a bonus this year. I believe that many of you hopefully are aware that this is the 60th anniversary for Albuquerque Economic Development. So we're launching an ongoing celebration, and just want to make sure everybody is aware of the excitement of that. So in fact, just to keep you all on your toes today, all of you watchers out there, Leanne and I want to hear from you. So we want to kind of force you to interact with us a little bit more and have a little bit of a friendly competition on a couple of questions we'll go over today. If you're not familiar with using the YouTube chat on the comments, it should be to the right of the video that you're looking at. So take a second to get familiar with it, look for that chat, and just throw in some hellos. Let people know that you're here. If you've logged in, it should show up as your name. If not, please put your name in there and just give everybody a shout out. Give us, there we go. So look at that. People that are participating, we're actually going to see on the screen here. Great to see you, Kyle, Denise, wonderful. Thank you all for joining. So for a pop quiz, now that you guys are all experts, in honor of our 60th anniversary, what was the population of Albuquerque in 1960 when AED was founded? So please just keep adding answers as we continue. We're really curious to see what we get. And again, if we get a pretty spot on answer without using Google, we might pick somebody out and do a follow-up prize. Economic development is a marathon, not a sprint. And a good thing for me, while you all can't tell because I'm on Zoom, I'm 5'1", so sprinting is not my thing. But as you know me, you will get to find out that I am extremely relentless. So I make up for it. Driving an economy forward in normal times, it takes leadership, commitment, investment, and a tremendous amount of vision. In a global pandemic, where even the very nature of work and how it is defined is changing forever, and everything we're used to is being challenged, let's just say our work will be even more crucial. Really even more important to ensure not only recovery, but then resiliency for the Albuquerque region, as well as the state of New Mexico. In addition, economic development is a team sport. It takes every single one of us. Over the past 60 years, AED has had the honor to work with all of the leaders and partners in the community, region, and the state to retain, grow, and expand companies and businesses and significant employers, as well as drive initiatives that positively impact our competitive position and our value proposition. I cannot wait to get to know all of you and charge forward together. So now it is my absolute pleasure to yield the stage to Leanne for some additional opening comments.
Thanks, Danielle, and welcome to Albuquerque. I'm Leanne Kravitz, Chair of the Albuquerque Forward Fund. Hopefully you are all here today because you are familiar with the goals of the Forward Fund, but I want to take just a moment to refresh your memories and educate our new supporters. The Forward Fund is a 501c3 supporting charity to AED that focuses on three key areas. One, we work with to educate employers and help them connect to the resources they need to innovate, expand, and thrive here in the Albuquerque metro region. Two, we conduct and publish research on the region's workforce, industry trends, and economic outlook. Job seekers, employers, educators, policymakers, and business leaders can then use this data to identify issues and create meaningful solutions. 3, we support AED's mission to attract new employers and help our local employers expand. As chair of the Forward Fund and on behalf of our board members, it is our honor to bring you today's celebration of leadership and economic success. And what better way to support the economic success of your community than to make a charitable tax-deductible donation? In fact, it is not too late to step up in a big way. For anyone interested in coming on board right now, as a $500 sponsor for today's program, you will not only be entered to win the Tempur-Pedic mattress raffle at the end of the program, something AED is always known for, but you can also take advantage of a special bonus of the opportunity to have a private one-on-one get-together for coffee or even a glass of wine if you prefer with our new president, Danielle Casey. I will be hosting these meetings socially distanced, of course, at my home or at another location of your choice. So to do so, text the number that should be on our screen now, and we will announce your name and company to recognize you, and then, of course, follow up to schedule that event. It's a fantastic cause, and since due to the pandemic, many of us will not be spending money traveling this holiday season. What better way to use those dollars than invest them back in our community? Speaking of travel, though, I do have another fun poll for you all to take a stab at. Our favorite airport in the country, the Albuquerque Sunport, when did they become an international airport? Again, feel free to keep the guesses coming. Go ahead and put them in the chat, and we will choose a winner or whoever gets closest at the end of the event. So as a member of the selection committee, I can tell you that the nominations we received this year made it really, really difficult for the committee to make our choices. But I think you'll see that today's honorees really represent some astounding and meaningful work in our community. So let's get to it, shall we? We're going to start by hearing from Dr. Mark Epstein with True Health New Mexico, our premier sponsor today. Dr. Epstein?
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Epstein, CEO and President of True Health New Mexico. We're proud sponsors of today's AED 505 Awards, and we're very excited to celebrate the individuals and the organizations who contribute to the economic health and well-being of our community. Every day, we at True Health New Mexico contribute to the overall health, mental health, and physical health and well-being of our community as well. And in everything we do, we support a healthy workforce that's so necessary for our vibrant economy. We also join the awardees in working hard to bring confidence in how to safely engage in commerce today, again, to move forward into 2021. So simply, once again, we're excited to celebrate these outstanding awardees and appreciate the opportunity to be the premier sponsor today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Epstein and True Health New Mexico for your sponsorship today. And before I forget, if you love the design and artwork of this program, be sure to give a shout out to UQ Creative for their design sponsorship. So before we get started with the actual awards program, I wanted to give you a little context around the history of the 505 Awards. Our community has always been on the forefront of innovation, producing some of the greatest scientific and technological breakthroughs in history. We are the land of enchantment, so it is no wonder that Albuquerque is full of people with vision who can bring dreams to reality. But until these awards started last year, there had not really been an annual celebration recognizing the significant impact these leaders' efforts have had on the Albuquerque region. The Leadership in Economic Development Awards recognizes individuals and organizations that are making exceptional contributions to economic growth and prosperity. And we want to hear about their tremendous work today. So Danielle, do you want to start off with the first category?
My pleasure, Leanne. The Community Leadership Award recognizes an organization that has demonstrated leadership, accelerated local investments, contributed to training local workforce, and of course, much more. There was, in fact, such tremendous work to be recognized. There are 2 awardees this year. So it is my pleasure to invite Stan Sluter with Enterprise Bank and Trust to the stage to announce the winners.
Hello, everyone. I'm Stan Sluter with Enterprise Bank and Trust, and on behalf of all of our associates, I want to thank you for allowing us to be a part of this important celebration. The good news is, when I ran up on stage, you guys didn't all see me trip and fall this time. So this year, more than ever, we celebrate the important contributions that all of our award winners make to our community's economic growth. At Enterprise Bank, we continue to provide valuable resources to business owners as they navigate the uncharted waters that the pandemic has brought into our lives. We also continue to sponsor and create valuable interactions between our bankers and business owners. Opportunities to interact and share challenges and ideas are more important now than ever. And finally, in case you haven't heard, we have been very glad to introduce Enterprise University to Albuquerque and New Mexico. Enterprise University is a series of courses covering all areas of business, from finance to marketing to HR and strategy. We've had 4 presentations from New Mexicans this semester, including from one of our award winners, Rathi. If you have not enrolled in EU, please be on the lookout for our spring course catalog coming soon. Now to our 2 award winners. Our first award winner is the Albuquerque Community Foundation. As most of you know, the Albuquerque Community Foundation administers a permanent community endowment comprised of many gifts and uses the earnings from that endowment to make grants to other nonprofits. Since their establishment in 1981, they've awarded nearly $60 million and funded over 10,000 grants. In addition to encouraging the growth of a permanent charitable endowment, the foundation also invests in fields of interest such as arts and culture, economic and workforce development education, environmental and historic preservation, and health and human services. In 2015, they recognized the need for a more collaborative work to achieve greater impact. Expanding their role to serve as the community leaders and conveners, they participated in critical cross-sector partnerships, including City Alive, Healthy Neighborhoods Albuquerque, and New Mexico Counts 2020. In addition, they have developed and led major collaborative issues and community initiatives, including New Mexico Funders Collaborative, the Great Grant Giveaway, the Mayor's Prize for Entrepreneurship, My Brother's Keeper Alliance, the Entrepreneurial Ecosystem Expo, Tapestry, COVID-19 Emergency Action Fund, and DE&I United. Here to accept on behalf of Albuquerque Community Foundation is my very dear friend, Randy Royster.
Proudly presented by category sponsor, Enterprise Bank and Trust. Our first Community Leadership Award honoree for 2020 goes to Albuquerque Community Foundation.
Most recently, in response to the economic devastation that has resulted as of COVID, the Community Foundation has embraced its role as a community connector and launched 2 grant programs that will be specifically supporting micro and small businesses. Recently, in response to the economic devastation that has resulted as of COVID, the Community Foundation has embraced its role as a community connector and launched 2 grant programs that will be specifically supporting micro and small businesses and entrepreneurs. At the heart of the Albuquerque Community Foundation, even embedded in our name, is community. And so all that we do, whether it's our grant programs, it's impact investing, we bring together diverse people, looking at things such as gender, ethnicity, age, profession, experiences, leadership in the community. We have either held or currently hold leadership roles in multiple cross-sector collaborations, including City Alive, Sue Cubed, the New Mexico Funders Collaborative, Healthy Neighborhoods Albuquerque. The way in which it came together was really indicative of community leaders and business leaders who, outside of their work and their companies, they were concerned about making an impact in their community and bringing about a community that is a better the president and CEO of the Albuquerque Community Foundation. Well, all those challenges of technology, but those little bits and pieces that we just saw, hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully I'm the guinea pig for figuring out our technology glitches. But I want to say thank you to my good friend Stan Sluter, and thank you to Enterprise Bank, thank you to AED and the Forward Fund. And I'd also like to just say good afternoon to all who are watching. On behalf of the entire staff and Board of Trustees of the Albuquerque Community Foundation, we're grateful and we're honored to receive one of the 505 Community Leadership Awards in recognition of our more than 7 years of work in the economic development sector. We have been pleased to be long-term supporters of AED and its work, and we're pleased to be a leader in the philanthropic sector in recognizing the importance of public, private, and philanthropic partnerships, which will create an environment in which economic opportunity and equitable prosperity are available to all in our community. We'd like to congratulate our co-honoree, Indian Pueblo Cultural Center, and Mike Canfield, and all of the other individuals and organizations being recognized today. You know, when you look at all of these amazing individuals and organizations, it's a prime example of how truly together we are better. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Randy, and congratulations again to you and the entire team and all the benefactors of the Albuquerque Community Foundation. Our next awardee is the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center. The Indian Pueblo Cultural Center campus is there to serve as a gathering place where Pueblo culture is celebrated through creative and cultural experiences while providing economic opportunities to Pueblo and local communities. IPCC fulfills this mission by offering a unique combination of cultural and community engagement initiatives through the nonprofit arm and a suite of commercial enterprises that proudly serve Albuquerque residents, visitors, and the 19 New Mexico Pueblos. The Cultural Center has leaned into economic stability and development during 2020 by providing much needed relief to our native communities that have been especially hard hit by the pandemic, as well as continuing their growth by opening a new hotel and other important businesses on their campus. Please join me in congratulating Indian Pueblo Cultural Center and Mike Canfield.
We are pleased to announce our second Community Leadership Award honoree for 2020, Indian Pueblo Cultural Center.
My name is Mike Canfield. I'm the president and CEO of the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center and Indian Pueblos Marketing. So we started in 1976, and we've now created a business and cultural corridor unmatched anywhere in the world. And we have a great economic development program where we have 2 hotels, we have a gas station and a convenience store. We own our own Starbucks. We have great tenants like Laguna Burger. We have 66 acres. Our next retail phase is getting ready to start up. We're going to be breaking ground on that in November. Our client base, our customers, our visitors are from all over the world, from all walks of life. We know that we need to help try and mirror that as far as our employee base. We think that that's important in representing who we are and also serving who we serve. We encourage our employees to get involved with organizations like AED and those that we think impact the community on a larger scale because it impacts us all. I would tell you that I've had many jobs and worked with many organizations over the years, but I've never found an organization that everybody was so bought into the vision and the purpose of the organization. They know they're not making somebody rich with stock or whatever. It's the things that we do really support those communities. And that means a lot to us. We go home tired every night because we work hard, but we know who we're doing it for. So we're ready to get up and do it again the next day.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for this honor. It's just absolutely terrific. What a thrill it's been to receive the word that we received this honor, and to share this with Albuquerque Community Foundation is just terrific. So extremely meaningful us to be recognized for our contributions to the community's economy by an organization like Albuquerque Economic Development. An organization that has been making a positive impact in our community for over 6 decades. So it really means a lot coming from AED. So for those AED team members, past, present, and future, thank you for this recognition and support. I'd like to take just a minute to recognize our owners, the 19 Pueblo communities. I think you all agree with me that the contributions from our tribal communities has been instrumental in making New Mexico and Albuquerque a place like no other in the world. I also need to mention how proud I am to be a part of the Cultural Center team here and to represent them today in receiving this from our board of directors, our senior management team, and all of our employees. I think if you asked anyone that works at the Cultural Center, they'll tell you this isn't just a place to make a living, it's a place to make a difference. And we try and do that every single day. Our founding fathers had a dream of creating a business and cultural corridor in a place right here in Albuquerque that has a long history for Indian people. And we are very proud to be part of seeing that come to fruition. Last but not least, I'd like to thank some of the partners that have helped us get here. There's too many to be mentioned, but you know, the partners like the 19 Pueblos District or the city of Albuquerque, who's worked so closely with us, our architectural firm, Studio Southwest, who's been with me here since the beginning, our contractors like Klinger Constructors and Hart Construction, our financial institutions that have helped us, BBVA Compass, Southwest Capital, and Bank of America. There's many, many more, but we know that we couldn't have done it without you. So thank you again, AED, and all of you that have supported the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center. We're looking forward to having you back in the near future to maybe share a bowl of green chili stew with us. So thanks again, and we really do appreciate it. Have a great afternoon.
All right, thank you so much. Well, moving along, what an exciting day. By the way, if you get a chance to take a look at those fancy awards, they're very swanky. I'd like to shout out to CNM Fuse Makerspace for actually producing the awards this year. They're brilliant. So the next award we're going to go to is actually a new category this year. It's the Small Business Champion Award. It recognizes a small business that's got 100 employees or less, and this business is creating an environment focused on collaboration, innovation, hard work, and also consistently demonstrates a real true commitment to its employees, clients, and of course, Albuquerque. So it's my pleasure now to invite Bank of Albuquerque Representative Jennifer Thomas to the stage.
I was muted. I'm sorry. I will start over. Technology. I was saying that we're excited to have this opportunity to join AED in celebrating the outstanding businesses and individuals who are working to drive meaningful growth and job creation right here in Albuquerque. The 505 awards are clearly aligned with Bank of Albuquerque's goal to enhance the quality of life and economic well-being in the communities we serve and where our employees live and work. We understand that supporting and concerted actions that promote the standard of living and economic health of our community sets the foundation for businesses to thrive. It's so special to have this opportunity to celebrate Dream Spring today with the Small Business Champion Award. President and CEO Ann Haynes stated their mission well in a recent interview. She said, "We know that the financial and social capital we provide will help spring many business dreams into action that will vitalize communities and propel our nation's economy." Well said, Ann. Here's the video of the Small Business Champion, Dream Spring.
Proudly presented by category sponsor, Bank of Albuquerque. Our Small Business Champion honoree for 2020 goes to Dream Spring.
We rebranded from Accion, serving New Mexico, into Dream Spring a little over a year ago. And that was after a 25-year history providing loans and support to entrepreneurs, and particularly to underserved entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurship and capital are like water to a community. I want to say about 15, maybe 18 years ago, there was a wonderful woman who came to Dream Spring, then under the name Accion, to apply for a loan to really help launch her vegetarian restaurant business. Her name is Yashoda Naidu. As time went on, Yashoda became a philanthropist and a major donor to other organizations in town and to Dream Spring. And now, many years later, Yashoda is the chair of our board of directors. So we are so fortunate to have a former client who is a role model for all of us on the staff team as the chairwoman of our board. When COVID hit, the technology supported our ability as an organization to pivot rapidly and to serve needs of small business owners who from day one were struggling as a result of the COVID crisis. Externally, we were an economic and still are first responder. We were running in to the house on fire to really try to help as many entrepreneurs whose livelihoods were burning up right in front of them. We are passionate about getting more capital into the hands of entrepreneurs, more resources, and really help inject hope into the families and the homes and the communities that we serve. I'm Ann Haynes. I'm President and CEO of DreamSpring. Good afternoon. What a joy it is to be celebrating so much positivity with all of you today. Jennifer, thank you for the introduction. And DreamSpring's so happy to play a role in contributing to Albuquerque's economy and stature as a community in which small businesses are supported and can thrive. DreamSpring is truly honored and humbled to be receiving such significant recognition from Albuquerque Economic Development and the Albuquerque Forward Fund. We're also very grateful to Johanna Nelson of the New Mexico Economic Development Department, who nominated DreamSpring as a champion of small businesses. For 26 years, DreamSpring's goal has been for all entrepreneurs, regardless of income, gender, race, ethnicity, to have equitable access to affordable capital to start or grow a business, achieve financial security, create local jobs, and propel hope. Our impact is only possible because of the extraordinarily talented, passionate, purpose-driven staff and board. I just can't say enough about what an incredible honor it is to work with our staff and board. We are deeply grateful to be recognized for championing small businesses. And in that vein, we especially want to dedicate this recognition to the hardworking small business owners whom we serve. They really are the champions, especially this year. Despite the combined tolls of COVID-19 and the related economic crisis, entrepreneurs in our communities have shown monumental degrees of courage, dedication, and creativity to continue providing the rest of us with their goods and services. Entrepreneurs of color, women, and low to moderate income individuals, the people who are DreamSpring's clients, face barriers to getting business loans, even in the best of times. During this year, with the economic crisis and the pandemic, they have been disproportionately impacted and have endured even deeper hardship. The businesses and organizations we've been able to serve are integral to our economy and our community's vibrancy. And during this unprecedented time, small business owners have heroically given us a semblance of normalcy and connection, and we are so indebted to them. Again, I want to thank you all so much for this recognition, and I want to recognize all the other award recipients and also all those organizations and funders and supporters in the community who make our collective collaborative work possible. Again, thank you so very much.
Congratulations. All right, so with all of our poll participants, I wanted to go back and just let you all know you really don't know a lot about the population of Albuquerque in 1960. But those of you that got the closest, I'm going to give a shout out to Eric Weinstein, who had 165,000, and then Jennifer Thomas, I believe, had a much larger number. There we go, at 280. The actual number was 201,829. So just a little bit of fun trivia there for you all. By the way, just a reminder, not too late to donate for that coffee or cocktail, whichever you prefer. Text 505-385-2347. Right at the bottom of your screen there, if you would like to become a last minute sponsor today, or simply offer a donation to the Albuquerque Forward Fund. We are willing to accept literally any amount you want to offer. So thank you again, and thanks to all of our already very generous supporters and participants. So next, we are going to cruise right into the Public Service Leadership Award. This award recognizes a public official or an employee in the public sector who has served as a committed, and I'll add, relentless supporter of economic development efforts in the region. So it's my pleasure to pass the stage now to Nusenda Representative Sarah Keller to do the honors.
Hi, thanks, Danielle. Hi, I'm Sarah Keller with Nusenda Credit Union. It is our honor and pleasure to be a part of today's 505 Awards. While we're holding this event in less than ideal circumstances, it's so important to continue to celebrate those who contribute to the overall economic health of the Albuquerque area, even if it's virtually. I also wanted to take a quick moment to welcome to New Mexico and to AED, Danielle Casey. We're so looking forward to working with you to keep Albuquerque top of mind for economic development opportunities. Our goal at Nusenda Credit Union is to help all New Mexicans rise and succeed together. As a not-for-profit, locally based, community-focused organization, commitment to excellent member service, care for our community, being an employer of choice, and offering flexible products and services to meet the changing needs of our membership have always been our priorities. Now, more than ever, these values remain the same. At Nusenda, our community comes first. We know that New Mexicans face complex problems, and it is our responsibility to do what we can to help all New Mexicans thrive. While AED actively recruits companies that will positively impact the area's economic growth and supports local businesses with plans to grow, Nusenda supports New Mexicans by providing sound financial guidance so they will make good money decisions that will benefit them for a lifetime. We are proud to partner with AED to improve the standard of living and opportunity in the Albuquerque metro area. There are so many who devote their lives to Albuquerque's economic success, and I'm proud to recognize a special and relentless leader in that work today with the 505 Award in Public Service Leadership. It is more than likely if you are here today as a business owner, industry professional, or economic development leader, a part of your success is due to Mr. Fred Mondragon. For 40 years, he has served in multiple capacities in the public and private sectors as a lawmaker, an administrator, an advisor, and an honorary consul. He even had his finger on the pulse of the future of space in New Mexico as an interim director of Spaceport America. On behalf of Nusenda's 600 employees and 220,000 member owners and grateful community, I'm honored to present the 505 Award for Public Service Leadership to Mr. Fred Mondragon. Congratulations.
Has always been to support the activities of organizations like AED and other nonprofits, other organizations around the state that promote economic development. It takes partnerships in order to recruit companies from the private sector, the developers, the bankers, obviously the economic development entities, as well as public sectors. Just seeing people excited about the potential for creating 2 or 3 jobs. I mean, that was just so rewarding. So this was a great chapter in my life, and so I'm very proud to have been a part of that over the last couple of decades. I did run the University of New Mexico Hospital, which is a public sector job, but again, we turned that from a kind of a sleepy little county hospital into a medical center, with all of the amenities and all of the services. And then I worked in the private sector for many years. I was semi-retired, and then Marty Chavez, the mayor of Albuquerque, said, would you consider coming to City of Albuquerque, work full-time, and run and really develop the economic development department? So I was recruited, and I really got into it. My name is Fred Mondragon. I'm very, very honored to have been selected as the public sector honoree for the 505 Awards. Well, thank you very much, Sarah, and thanks to Nusenda for sponsoring this award and for the great services you provide through the Nusenda Foundation. It's truly an honor, a great honor, to receive this award and to share the virtual stage here with such a deserving group of awardees from the nonprofit, the educational, and the private sectors. A special thanks, Leanne, for organizing this event and for supporting the goals of AED through the Albuquerque Forward Fund. You know, it makes me especially proud to have been a part of the team when I was with the cabinet secretary at the state that recruited Fidelity to come to Albuquerque. It was a prime example of the cooperation between and among the state, the city economic development department, and AED, involved in many other successes. Thanks to AED for this great honor. When people ask me what AED is, I respond, it's a world-class organization that recruits and retains companies to the Albuquerque area. It's enhanced by has been enhanced by Gary Tonjes's outstanding leadership and a hardworking team and a dedicated board. Finally, I want to extend a warm, heartfelt thanks to my wife, Connie Vance Mondragon, who has been truly the wind beneath my wings for the last 30 years. And thanks and hugs to our combined family of 7 children and 19 grandchildren. You know, our kids went off to college and schools outside they finished high school here, but then went off to college and chased their dreams in faraway places. We are so blessed that our son Paul and his wife Sandy decided to come back to Albuquerque and to raise their children here. And this is why, you know, in my interview for this award, I was asked about the motivation for my commitment to economic development. My response was to provide opportunities for our children, for our best and our brightest, to be able to work and contribute to their hometown and their state. We can't afford to lose them. So thanks again to AED and all of you who make our community a better place with more and greater opportunities for, number one, providing jobs for our citizens and our children, but also to address issues of income inequality and a lot of other needs that our community has. So thank you, muchas gracias. Thanks a lot for this award, and good luck to AED. Good luck to Danielle. Welcome to Albuquerque. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fred. Congratulations, and thank you again to Nusenda. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I can't ever say thank you enough to Albuquerque Economic Development for bringing Fidelity Investments to this community and affording me the career I've had with them for the last 12 years. It's really been an amazing journey, and it wouldn't have happened without AED. So a couple other reminders. You probably can see on your screen the hashtag 505 Awards. If you're on social media, please make sure you tag and post for the event today. Help spread the word. And if any of you out there are having your own version of rubber chicken, I'd appreciate a shout out on that as well. And then one more reminder, also to text the number on your screen to become a donor or a sponsor for AED and the Albuquerque Forward Fund. Again, if it's at $500 or more, you get a free one-on-one session with Danielle, wine, coffee, whatever you'd like included. Okay, so we're going to move into our next category now. We have the Advocate of the Year Award, which recognizes a business leader who has made a measurable difference by investing in projects that have both created jobs and enhanced our ability to attract investment, just like I mentioned with Fidelity Investments. So I'm going to now welcome Debbie Harms with NAI Maestas and Ward to the stage for our award. Debbie?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Debbie Harms, CEO of NAI Maestas and Ward Commercial Real Estate. We're delighted to be sponsoring the Advocate of the Year Award. This award is significant to us because New Mexico needs cheerleaders and advocates. We need our story told and our potential seen for what it really is. We are brimming with life and vitality in New Mexico, and we are poised to lead the world in the development and implementation of world-changing technology. The Advocate of the Year Award this year is presented to Charles Rath, President and CEO of Resilient Solutions 21, better known as RS21. RS21 is a data science company using artificial intelligence, design, and modern software development methods to empower organizations with information for decision-making. Charles Rath worked for Homeland Security, then Sandia National Labs before starting RS21. As a true advocate for business and humanity, Charles says teaching is paramount, and the most important thing to teach is compassion. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating Charles Rath, RS21 Advocate of the Year.
Proudly presented by category sponsor, NAI Maestas and More. Our Advocate of the Year honoree for 2020 goes to Charles Rath with RS21.
Here at RS21, we use better information to solve problems. And specifically, we're interested in problems that are going to help make the human experience better. Well, I think we all need to rally around each other as a community, particularly during and after COVID. Businesses are struggling, and if we can invest more money here in our own community, things are going to be better for all of us. 2 years ago here at RS21, we adopted a strict go local policy. Because of that policy, we've injected about $13 million into our local economy. And we're proud of that because we know those dollars are going to go 3 times as far invested locally versus out of state. The second initiative that I'm most proud of is our partnership with Cultivating Coders. So we're creating fellowships for kids that come from underserved areas to have an opportunity to work at RS21, make a good wage, and be a role model in their community. AED has been a huge champion of ours since RS21 was a company of 1, and we were just getting started in 2015. And they have seen us grow to a company of 4, to 12, to 25, to 50, now to 75. And they've been with us every step of the way. And they've just been great champions of ours. I'm Charles Rath. I'm the CEO of RS21. Thank you, AED, for this incredible award. So one of my favorite quotes is, "Good luck happens when preparation meets opportunity." However, as many of us know, opportunity is often accompanied by someone believing in you or your cause. And to that end, I'd like to thank my mentors and co-founders, Dale Decker and Brian Burnett, who not only provided the foundational, financial, and technical support to get our business from 1 to 75, but also taught me that rising tides lift all ships, and we have an obligation to give back to the community that provides for us. I'd also like to thank our employees, of course, the dreamers, the disruptors, and the doers that have embraced the audacious goal of making the world a better place with better data. So New Mexico and Albuquerque have believed in RS21 from day 1. We have been supported, embraced, and celebrated every step of the way. And we've benefited greatly from our state's profound history of science and engineering, the vast number of PhDs per capita, which is one of the highest in the nation, and our deep heritage of blending technology and art from the Native American culture here. So we are deeply committed to giving back to our community, and we encourage others to do the same. And at this very moment, we have a unique opportunity, an opportunity to bounce back better than before the pandemic. However, we must rally behind each other like never before. So for those watching today, please think about what you personally can do to help our community rebound from this devastating pandemic. If you're a business owner, make a donation, go local, and treat your platform as an opportunity to support the city that has supported you. Thank you again for the award and always believing in us. We will always believe in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Thank you, Charles, and thank you for that one last pitch there for donations to AED. Okay, we're going to move on to Excellence in Workforce Development. And this award recognizes an organization that has played a leading role in workforce readiness, including the implementation of training and educational programs, the sponsorship of scholarship or grant programs, the creation of internships or mentorships, and more. I would also like to note that as you see these amazing awardee videos, that they have been produced courtesy of our videography sponsor, ET Photography, LLC. And with that, I'd now like to ask Holly Davies, representing our category sponsor, Facebook, to the stage. Holly?
Hi, I'm Holly Davies, Community Development Regional Manager with Facebook. Facebook has been a part of New Mexico since 2016 when we broke ground on our data center in Los Lunas. We love being here in Los Lunas, and we're committed to playing a positive role and investing in the long-term vitality of Valencia County. We're proud to partner with our friends at Albuquerque Economic Development and to sponsor this year's Excellence in Workforce Development Award. We understand the importance of strong workforce development, especially around technical education. It's critical for the region's long-term economic health and opportunity. Continuing education keeps us competitive as workers and communities. It can bring more investment and employers to an area, and it creates more opportunities for people. This strengthens our economy and helps our community members thrive. And that's why Central New Mexico Community College, with its robust workforce training programs, is so vital to our region. At Facebook, we appreciate the opportunities we've had to team up with the college through C&M Ingenuity and their deep dive coding program with its immersive technology training boot camps. So our thanks goes to Central New Mexico Community College for all you do for students, the future workforce, and for our community. I'm thrilled to now introduce Tracy Hartzler, President of Central New Mexico Community College, who will accept Albuquerque Economic Development's 2020 Excellence in Workforce Development Award. Congratulations, Tracy.
Proudly presented by category sponsor, Facebook. Our Excellence in Workforce Development honoree for 2020 goes to Central New Mexico Community College.
Ever since 1965, when we were founded as Albuquerque Technical Vocational Institute, so now 55 years ago, we've had a significant footprint here in meeting our local workforce needs. As part of our academic or training programs in nursing, for example, we have students who are working in our hospitals, in our long-term care facilities. We certainly have provided many opportunities with our law enforcement and paramedic students or our medical assistants. So we are critical in helping students find work training experiences. In addition to them, they go out to the public and are providing tremendous public services in need. I'd say as a new president, starting January in 2020, one of the most important, I'd say, cultural challenges that we faced here at the college, but certainly in New Mexico and across the country, is how we can recognize and support and provide safe place for all members of our community. C&M's vision is changing lives and building community. It's core to who we are and who we've been for 55 years is serving our community. I think we all know that we need to diversify our economy. We need to help address those particularly impacted by the recent recession. So I'd say those are largely C&M students. What I'm excited about is that C&M continues to read the tea leaves, see what the national and regional discussion is like, and be really creative and innovative in ways to help, I'd say, build the economy that we want to have and build the workforce that we want to have so that we can attract and really serve the companies that AED and others are bringing to the community. So hi, I'm Tracy Hartzler, President of Central New Mexico Community College. Hi, everybody. I'm so honored to be here with you today celebrating economic development in Albuquerque, and what a wonderful cause to celebrate here for our city. I know there are many leaders in our community celebrating with us today, and I want to thank you for everything you do to support economic growth and help us provide a better quality of life for everybody here in Albuquerque. Of course, I want to thank Albuquerque Economic Development, and I certainly want to thank the Albuquerque Forward Fund for organizing this great event, and certainly for all of your important efforts for bringing prosperity here to Albuquerque. And so certainly on behalf of CNM, I'm incredibly pleased and honored that we are selected for the Excellence in Workforce Development Award. We certainly continue to provide our students with access to excellent programs that lead to really good quality jobs in our economy. And we know that that's just so essential to who we are and what you all expect of us. You know that CNM's nursing program was the focal point for this award, and our nursing program and our nursing graduates just have been a vital part of the medical workforce here in Albuquerque since 1972. And we are incredibly grateful to all of our healthcare industry partners who help make our program a success and certainly provide vital services to our community and to each of you. I certainly want to congratulate our nursing faculty and staff who help prepare our students to take on incredible challenges here. And I absolutely want to be thankful for and appreciate our students and our graduates who are serving and are true heroes today, and particularly during the pandemic. You know, their work is just exceptional, and there isn't a day that goes by where I don't hear from people who say, I received care from one of your students, and that's just, and it just makes me so proud. So we certainly are thankful for the award, for the recognition that Albuquerque Economic Development and the Albuquerque Forward Fund have shown us today. And so just thank you so much for your time and your continued support of our programs and our students. Thanks.
Thank you, Tracy. Congratulations, CNM, and thank you, Facebook, for the sponsorship. We are going to take a quick break here to see who won the airport trivia question. So what year did the Sunport become an international airport? I'm shocked that I know some of you natives did not get this, but Alice Brousseau, I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, has guessed correctly first at 1971. So Alice, if you want to get us your contact information, we'll have a little something for you later. Okay, we're going to move on to the Rising Star Award, which honors an emerging leader who is contributing to economic development programs, projects, and activities in a really significant manner that leads to an increased investment in the community. We expect great things out of them. So here to introduce our winner today is Guido Kemp with US Bank.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Guido Kemp. I'm with commercial banking at US Bank. And US Bank and its predecessor banks have been long involved in Albuquerque and New Mexico and view this market as a growth market, evidenced by all the companies and individuals duly recognized today. In keeping with this forward-looking view, it is fitting, and we are honored, to sponsor the Rising Star Award, which recognizes, as Leanne just said, an emerging leader who is contributing to economic development programs, projects, and activities in a significant manner. And the nominee certainly is doing that. Now, please watch the following.
Proudly presented by category sponsor, US Bank. Our Rising Star Award honoree for 2020 goes to Rathi Casey with Yuku Creative.
The word Uku means helping a person create greatness from their ideas. Uku Creative completes the circle, meeting real human needs with strong design solutions. I really feel that Uku Creative is dedicated to serving a greater purpose. We specialize in design, but we love helping our clients, and we love seeing the impact our projects make in the communities around us.
I've always thought of economic development as a multifaceted thing. It is creating businesses and opportunities for your citizens, but also it is about getting involved in your community, serving in the community, whether it's on a board, whether it's something philanthropic. It's a multifold way of giving back to the community. One of the ways I love to get involved in Albuquerque is board service. I serve on the board of Cottonwood Classical Preparatory School, Explorer Museum, as well as the Urban Land Institute of New Mexico. And for Urban Land Institute, we've really been working on our programs and connecting with the community at large. We have a master plan ready to go for Cottonwood Classical, and we are reaching some significant goals in our fundraising for Explorer Museum. When I first moved to Albuquerque in 2014, one of the first organizations that I really got involved with was Albuquerque Economic Development. I really liked the way that they talked about the city, the way they talked about the state. And it's something that I think is appealing for someone who's new to Albuquerque, but also for someone who's very familiar with the city. I'm Rathy Casey, CEO and partner of Uku Creative. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much to AED and the Forward Fund for recognizing members in the community in this way. Thank you to our sponsors for making an event like this possible. This award is very special to me, especially because of who I'm receiving it with. I'm a member of the Future Fund at the Albuquerque Community Foundation, and I'm always inspired by the work that these organizations do. I moved to Albuquerque in 2014, and Gary Tonjes so wonderfully welcomed me at that time, and I knew there was something very special about this place. I remember when we started Uku Creative, I met with Charles Rath, who so openly and candidly shared his knowledge, ups and downs about being in business and growing his dream. What an honor to be receiving this award alongside incredible people and incredible friends. Charles Ashley was the honoree of this same award last year, which has a very deep significance to me. 2020 has been a difficult year for some and a different year for all of us. So really, I'd love to say, let's take care of each other, work really, really hard, and show gratitude. And with that, I say thank you again.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for your energy and enthusiasm. And congratulations. All right. Now for a bit of a crescendo in the program. I've got to say, I think I'm just as honored to be able to introduce this last and final award as the awardee is getting it. So the Lifetime Leadership Award. The Lifetime Leadership Award honors someone whose ongoing commitment to economic development over the years has made a significant and lasting, and I would say permanent impact on Albuquerque and the community. And I would also like to add the words, just true, tremendous legacy to that. And being the incoming new president for AED, I have to say that this individual is also, even though I haven't worked personally with him or have the history with him that so many of you do, he has given me a tremendous gift, a gift I will be ever grateful for, the gift of an organization built on a rock solid foundation that has unquestionable and undying support and credibility in the community. And that is just not something that is very common for an incoming president to find when taking the reins of an economic development organization. So my personal tremendous thanks. Our award sponsor for this category, Al Vio of Vio Resources, offers extensive regrets that he was unable to attend the program today, but he has submitted some comments that I'm pleased to share on his behalf. Anyone tuning in late is going to be a little bit confused, but I'm going to read this just as Al wrote it to give him the full effect. My name is Aldo Vio, a lifelong active member of AED and member through my partnership Vio Resources, a real estate investment group. I have had the privilege of being a founding member of AED in 1994 and chairman during the year Gary Tonjes was recruited and hired as president of AED. It is with amazement and pride that I look back and see the growth through Gary's direction that AED has experienced, not only in recruiting new jobs to the broad metro area, but also in supporting existing job growth. It is a privilege to sponsor this award and recognize Gary's accomplishments. I now introduce you to a video of the outstanding work Gary has done for more than 25 years to promote the economic growth and welfare of our community.
Proudly presented by category sponsor, Mr. Aldo Valle. Our Lifetime Leadership Honoree for 2020 goes to Gary Tonjes.
I came to Albuquerque Economic Development in November of 1994. I was just really fortunate to be able to work for this respected organization for a long time, and I loved it. What we did was, I think, put together a very good team that would go out and tackle different initiatives, whether it was recruitment of a new company, support of an existing firm, or passage of new legislation to try to affect some change that would make Albuquerque and New Mexico more attractive for investment and job creation. The mission is so important to the community and to the future of the community and state. It's not very difficult to get motivated to try to do your very best to make a difference, because the rewards for the community are so important. Al Valle is one of the first people that I got to meet in Albuquerque, and for him to be here today and introducing me, and for him to be sponsoring this award, it's a great honor. My name is Gary Tonjes, and I recently retired from Albuquerque Economic Development Incorporated.
Wow. So that was cheery. Sorry, they told me be upbeat and positive, and then I barely made it through the scene, but talking about somebody I love, Al Valle. I want to thank you, Danielle, for your generous comments, and also express my sincere thanks to the Albuquerque Forward Fund Board of Directors, as well as the selection committee, who presented this award to me. Just absolutely one of the great honors of my life. I'd also like to express just how important it is to me to be recognized alongside so many people as well as organizations that I admire. This is for me a great day, and appreciation as well to all of the sponsors who made this program possible. I also want to express thanks to Jennifer Thomas, who was one of the earliest champions for the creation of the Albuquerque Forward Fund, and also I think was the first significant, provided the first significant gift to the Albuquerque Forward Fund. And thanks as well to each of you for your involvement, not just with Albuquerque Forward Fund, but that which you've brought to Albuquerque Economic Development as well. I am forever indebted to the selection committee that hired me in 1994. So Larry Willard and Steve Moise and Roy Bidwell and Jim Thrash and Bob Wertheim, along with Mr. Al Valle, who was chair, as he indicated, when I joined the organization. I'm sorry that he's unable to join us today for the program, but Al, all the best to you, sir. That selection committee really helped me to achieve my dream of returning to Albuquerque, my hometown, a place where I wanted to raise my kids. And so that was also a real treat. I am grateful to AEDs and the Forward Funds, leadership, the volunteer leadership for these organizations has just been outstanding. And to work alongside them, as well as the phenomenal people that I was able to work with throughout my tenure, my colleagues on staff, as well as allies outside of the organization. It was just a real treat. AED is has entered a new chapter, and Danielle is leading that. And I wish for her the very best and offer my support in whatever fashion that I can to both her as well as the balance of the team. The folks at AED are incredible. I love them and miss them a great deal. So I do ask that you all please extend to both Danielle and to the team all of the kindnesses and support and encouragement that you have extended to me throughout the years. Albuquerque is an extraordinary place, and I honestly believe its future has never looked brighter. And in closing, let me just say thank you for this incredible award. It has brightened my day and days and is something that I will forever cherish. All the best. I look forward to seeing you all again soon.
Wow.
Thank you.
Man,
Thank
I
you.
know a lot of people are very happy that they're watching on video today and not having to pull out the tissue boxes, because we would have had to have put them on a table if we were in person. Wow.
Congratulations, Gary, and all the winners. Well deserving. Again, tough choices to make this year. And really thank you to everyone who spent the time to complete the nomination form. And we look forward to seeing more of those next year. But as we move on, in addition, this event today could not be possible without the generous support of our sponsors and, of course, the work of the 505 Awards Selection Committee. You can see all of them listed in your event program today. So I'm now going to turn it back to Danielle for what I know we've all been waiting for,
Right.
our raffle drawing.
Right. Well, and just I've been told by everyone to bring back a little bit of nostalgia and real world feel, that I should use the fishbowl. Now the green screen's kind of killing the fishbowl look behind me, but we're using the fishbowl. Very anticipated raffle for a Tempur-Pedic mattress, and those that were entered to win were at certain levels of sponsorships for the program. So with that, I'm going to do my best to kind of look aside because we're social distancing, so I can't have someone bringing this to me. Our winner, Roxana Myers, sign builder. So Roxana, thank you for your significant sponsorship and support. And I hope you got a place for this mattress. If not, it's going to be a great Christmas gift. And with that, Leanne, if you would please offer closing remarks.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for attending today. Remember, supporting the critical initiatives of AED through the Forward Fund can happen all year long. So if now is not the time for you, don't despair. You've got the rest of the year still. In fact, please start thinking now about amazing leaders in the community that you want to nominate for next year, whether that's nominating someone, accepting a nomination yourself, sponsoring the event, or hopefully attending in person next year. You can also participate by donating to the Albuquerque Forward Fund at any time. The donations we receive help to support the work you heard about today and will be critical to next steps as we advance our organizational plans in 2021. You heard several folks mention it. Albuquerque really is on a precipice right now, and the funding, the work that AED does in our community is really going to take us over that edge. So stay tuned for upcoming participation opportunities as the AED staff continues to deliver even more engaging, although still socially distanced, and virtual programming. In lieu of our in-person networking at the December quarterly investors luncheon, which usually is like my favorite thing to do in the world, is those 15, 30 minutes before the QIL. You can still join a little early virtually to be placed into a networking breakout room, just as if you were actually seated at a table with everyone, but it'll be even easier to hear what everyone's trying to say. So last but not least, speaking of the staff that's been working so hard here, please give them all a big virtual round of applause. It is not easy to hold a virtual celebration like this, but they have done a tremendous job ensuring that the show really would go on. I do want to make a special shout out to Anne-Marie Hinton, who worked really hard on this event before she moved on to the next step in her career. She's not recognized in our program, but I wanted to recognize her here today. And thank you all for your patience as we manage through some of the technical difficulties that come with these virtual events these days. We are going to rerun the Albuquerque Community Foundation video in just a second. So if you didn't get to see it in its full glory, you'll have an opportunity to do so in just a moment. But with that, we hope that you will leave today feeling inspired and excited and committed to what's next in Albuquerque. Thank you all for your support and have a great day.
Thank you.
Proudly presented by category sponsor, Enterprise Bank and Trust. Our first Community Leadership Award honoree for 2020 goes to Albuquerque Community Foundation.
Most recently, in response to the economic devastation that has resulted as of COVID, the Community Foundation has embraced its role as a community connector and launched 2 grant programs that will be specifically supporting micro and small businesses and entrepreneurs. At the heart of the Albuquerque Community Foundation, even embedded in our name, is community. And so all that we do, whether it's our grant programs, it's impact investing, we bring together diverse people, looking at things such as gender, ethnicity, age, profession, experiences, leadership in the community. We have either held or currently hold leadership roles in multiple cross-sector collaborations, including City Alive, Sue Cubed, the New Mexico Funders Collaborative, Healthy Neighborhoods Albuquerque. The way in which it came together was really indicative of community leaders and business leaders who, outside of their work and their companies, they were concerned about making an impact in their community and bringing about a community that is a better place for all to live in. My name is Randy Royster, and I'm the president and CEO of the Albuquerque Community Foundation.